Councillors, I'm very pleased to present the South Burnett Regional Council budget for 2018-19. When preparing this budget, I reviewed the budget address to my first budget as Mayor back in 2016 and noted that the number one concern for ratepayers was the state of our roads. It would be fair to say that this is still the case in year 2018. Meeting the challenge of maintaining over 3,000 kilometres of road network within our region will always be difficult for smaller regional and rural councils where there is simply not enough funds to provide all the services expected in our communities. This budget, however, attempts to address the funding issues for roadworks in a planned approach to bring this matter under control. As mentioned, last year, Council has changed its focus to renewal or replacement of our existing road network rather than any new works, and this focus is going to continue. In addition, last year, considerable emphasis was placed on reviewing our processes, project delivery, and obtaining up-to-date data. This year will see the implementation of identified changes, all designed to improve the delivery of our road maintenance and capital works program. Unfortunately, as with all businesses, our financial sustainability underpins all our operations. And to that end, we have made some hard decisions to ensure future financial sustainability, such as reducing our workforce and reviewing the amount of revenue we forego through our grant and rate remission programs. Additionally, in the coming year, we will be reviewing our property assets and service levels in our parks and recreational areas in an endeavour to reduce costs further to minimise the upward pressure on future rates. I am pleased to advise that through the above measures and hard work of this Council, we will deliver a small surplus in our general operations budget for the first time since amalgamation and have achieved an overall organisational surplus of $1.2 million while maintaining a general rate increase of 2.5%. While the budget is theoretically prepared by the Mayor, in reality it is a joint effort by all councillors. And I would like to thank my fellow councillors for their willingness to participate and to make some difficult decisions during the budget process over the last 6 months. While we have not always agreed on every issue, your commitment and dedication to the residents of our community is very obvious. The financial support provided by the federal government through its financial assistance grant and Roads to Recovery program are very much appreciated, and without which no regional or rural council would be sustainable. However, while the overall grant to Queensland has been increased, our share of the distribution through the Queensland Grants Commission has reduced significantly. In fact, since 2011-12, we have received 6 consecutive years of reductions, equating to approximately $1.4 million. The matter has been taken up with the Grants Commission, and we are hopeful that this coming year's grant will start to increase, or at the very least, remain sustainable and stable. I would also like to thank the state government for the Works for Queensland program round 2, which provided a welcome economic stimulus to local governments across the state. Our allocation was $4.385 million. Approximately $2.245 million of works have been carried forward into this budget and will be spent by the end of this financial year. This grant was unique in that it provided funds for maintenance and did not require a matching contribution from the Council. I commend the state government for this initiative and for their budget commitment to continue the Works for Queensland program in 2019-20. Despite this welcome injection of funds, the South Burnett Regional Council continues to fund approximately 83% of its revenue from its own sources, which technically means you, the ratepayer. For interest, 74.1% of our revenue comes from rates and charges, 8.9% from user fees, and sundry income 5.4% from main roads, contracts and private works, with only 11.6% now coming from grants. As mentioned previously, this budget provides for a 2.5% increase in our general rate. For some time now, I have been receiving feedback that we have too many special charges and that they should be incorporated into our general rate. As a result, we have made a significant change in this budget and have merged the road infrastructure levy and environmental levy with the general rate. As stated in numerous budgets since their introduction, the funds raised from these levies form an integral part of our overall budget and as such still need to be raised through the general rate. Consequently, the overall increase will vary for individual properties as we move from a flat $230, that is $200 road infrastructure levy and $30 environmental levy charge, to a valuation-based charge. It has been noted for some time that in our 6-tier structure for water consumption charges negatively impacts on commercial businesses that use large quantities of water as part of their business processes. We have reviewed our methodology and have consolidated the 6 tiers into 3 tiers. This will slightly increase the charge for the lowest tier usage, but will provide some reduction for high users while still maintaining some level of demand management control. Council will continue to provide its own rebate of $200 to pensioners, in addition to the state government rebate of $200, providing pensioners with $400 off their rate bills. Council operates a portfolio system where each councillor takes responsibility for a particular area of council's operation. I will now give a breakdown of the major initiatives within each portfolio area. Firstly, the portfolio area of finance, ICT and human resources. And this portfolio, the portfolio holder here is Councillor Ross Hart. As mentioned above, we have achieved a small surplus in our general operations budget for the first time since amalgamation. We should not underestimate the significance of this achievement. In 2008, the newly formed South Burnett Regional Council had a deficit in its general operations of just over $6 million, and combined with the declining revenue streams and reductions in our financial assistance grant, meant that we had a significant hurdle to overcome before we could break even. To have turned our position into a surplus in 10 years has taken a lot of hard work by successive councils. However, we still need to be financially vigilant to build some cash reserves to reduce our reliance on borrowings to undertake our future capital projects. To have achieved an operational surplus in the general rate in this budget is a most satisfying result. Council understands the value of gathering the best available information to manage its assets. With close to $900 million in assets, it is essential that we understand not only the operation and maintenance costs, but also understand the renewal and upgrade requirements to provide appropriate services to our community. Commencing in 2017-18 financial year, an external consultant was engaged to undertake the redevelopment of our asset management plans. This is expected to be a 3-year project culminating in the 2019-20 financial year. During the year, we will continue with the implementation of a strategic asset management system which will use the data received from the Road Asset Condition Assessment, that's the RACAS, and the Building Condition Assessment to use predictive technology to provide a 10-year investment model. This will continue to inform and improve Council's forward budgets and improve our decision making. The size, makeup and utilisation rates of our plant fleet continue to be monitored and reviewed for improvements. 2.4 million has been allocated in this budget for the replacement of plant and fleet equipment. With the appointment of a specialised procurement coordinator, a greater focus is being placed by the organisation on our procurement policies and procedures to ensure we get the maximum value for the goods and services we purchase. Already savings of approximately $130,000 per annum have been identified through an audit of our electricity accounts. Later this year, we will be re-tendering for local businesses to be part of our pre-qualified providers list for various services. Our coordinator will be engaging with local suppliers to ensure that they take advantage of this opportunity. A review of our internal stores operation is currently underway to determine whether we still need to maintain 3 stores facilities or whether there are sufficient models that we can use, whether there are different models that we can use. For example, encouraging local businesses to carry the stock we need. $280,000 has been provided to continue with enhancements to our business software and $327,000 for information technology upgrades and replacements. A current employee enterprise bargaining agreement with staff expired on the 30th of June 2016. Notices of intent to negotiate have been forwarded by unions with negotiations scheduled to commence in early July. While we are mindful that staff are our greatest asset and deserve a wage increase, this has to be tempered with the community's ability to pay and our future sustainability. And now, Community, Arts, Tourism and Health Services, and the portfolio holder for this area is Councillor Denita Potter. A lot has been made in the media recently about Council's decision to review its generous rate remissions to various community groups and sporting clubs. I wish to reiterate that we will still be providing significant remission of rates to these groups. What we are asking is that they contribute something toward the cost of providing water, sewage and waste collection. Council will still be providing remissions totaling approximately $260,000 to assist groups to meet the cost of Council providing services to these clubs and organisations. For interest, this equates to around $15 per ratepayer. I would like to emphasise that if any group faces severe financial hardship as a result of these changes, they can apply to Council on an individual basis for assistance. In addition to the above, Council also provides assistance to not-for-profit organisations through grants administered within our Community Grants Program. $261,500 have been allocated to this program for support under the following various categories: community event sponsorship to assist not-for-profit community organisations to deliver community events, community hall insurance grant to assist not-for-profit community organisations to pay insurance costs for community halls, elite performance grant to encourage excellence in sport, the performing arts and education of youth up to 25 years. Healthy community sponsorship to support projects and activities that increase the number of South Burnett residents engaged in physical and/or healthy programs and activities. In-kind sponsorship is minor sponsorship to assist not-for-profit community organisations to deliver community activities and events. Program one-off sponsorship to assist not-for-profit community organisations to deliver one-off projects. Regional Arts Development Fund, in partnership with Arts Queensland, to continue to provide funding for skill development specifically for our local artists, and School Student Awards to provide sponsorship funding for student awards in conjunction with a school's annual awards night. Support will continue to be provided to the groups who manage and operate Council's various art and heritage facilities such as the Wandai and Kingroy Art Galleries and Binduma Homestead. Without these wonderful volunteer groups, these facilities would be challenged to remain open. Tourism commences the new financial year with more certainty than at the same time last year, with considerable activity undertaken by Council. Discover South Burnett has enhanced its destination marketing credentials and has successfully placed South Burnett attractions and events into target markets through state and national publications and social media. Ongoing support from the regional tourism industry for media for Mills, South Burnett Unpacked events and travel expos will further enable collaboration across the region, benefiting visitors and progress toward our vision of significantly increasing visitor expenditure. And now, the roads and drainage portfolio, and the portfolio holder is Councillor Gavin Jones. Roads continue to be a key priority in this year's budget, with $25.96 million being provided for the design, technical services, maintenance and renewal of our road network, which represents 58.7% of our general operations and capital works budget. Data received from the implementation of the RACUS system has helped identify the priority and quantum of the backlog of works required to our road network. A plan is now being formulated to systematically tackle this backlog over the next 3 to 5 year period. Combined with improvements identified in the Road and Drainage Efficiency Review and the Infrastructure Business Systems Review, ratepayers will see an improvement in the delivery of our road maintenance and capital works program. I am pleased to announce that this budget includes an additional $1 million for road maintenance. This 17% increase brings our total road maintenance allocation to $6.75 million. As mentioned above, our capital works program is primarily focused